Here we have the Moroccan royal lions, which is the animals descended from the royal palace collection of the King of Morocco. And he obtained these originally from the wild in North Africa. And what's particularly interesting about these animals is some of the differences you see compared to lions you might see in sub-Saharan Africa. The interesting physical features you can see in these animals particularly is that regal look in his skull. So he has a very, very long, straight nose and quite a straight line that runs from the crown of his head down to the tip of his nose. He also has quite a distinctive narrow muzzle. And then if you look at his eyes, you've got very pale eyes. And these are all characteristics which are consistent with the pictures and artistic depictions of Barbary lions from North Africa. It might seem quite a peaceful animal looking at him sitting there, but of course historically the North African lions, the Barbary lions, were used extensively by the Romans in their gladiatorial combat. So they used to take hundreds of animals from North Africa and use them in combat with gladiators and in animal fights in the Colosseum. And you'll find in collections in zoos of the Moroccan king's lions that they tend to be quite feisty animals. So if you look at your average sculpture in any of the cities, great cities in Europe, if you think of the heraldic emblems and flags with lions on them, it's Barbary lions from North Africa that inspired that image. The big mane, the powerful body, and the sort of aggressive but regal look to the animal. Unfortunately, over the last few hundred years, there are no lions left in North Africa. The Barbary lion is extinct in the wild. Except some of those animals were taken into the King's collection in Morocco, and we believe that as that population has been kept in captivity, it's offered us a chance maybe to rediscover Barbary lion, or lions that at least have some of that ancestry in them, and this is where these guys come in. To do this, we need to look at their own DNA, we need to compare it with museum specimens of Barbary lions, but we also need to compare their DNA with lions that come from other regions of the world, so we can compare whether these animals are different to populations of lions that we find in different parts of Africa and in India. So maybe this guy holds a little bit of genetic information in him that can help us to preserve lions, to understand differences between different types of lions, and we can take that forward and use that to conserve them in the wild, in zoos, and in the future.